To begin, imagine your children and even your children growing up on an earth that is so affected by climate change and other environmental issues that it is no longer able to support human life. If humans continue to ignore environmental issues, this may soon become a reality for future generations. However, this reality can be reversed if people live more sustainable lives. Sustainability can be defined as living on Earth in a way that allows us to use its resources without depriving future generations of those resources. When living sustainably, humans act in a way that will preserve the activities that are crucial to human society so that they can continue. Although older generations tend to view the grave state of our environment as not as important as other issues, it is essential to preserve the earth for future generations, including ours. By living a more sustainable life, humans are able to reduce environmental issues. Therefore, humans should strive to live more sustainably in order to avoid further damaging environmental systems beyond repair, to avoid using renewable resources faster than they can be regenerated, and to reduce environmental conflicts such as climate change and pollution. Today, humans are contributing to the deterioration of Earth by disrupting biogeochemical cycles, which are the movement of matter within and between ecosystems. These cycles involve elements that are essential to life on Earth. The nitrogen, hydraulic, carbon, phosphorus, and sulfur cycles involve the movement of these elements through the atmosphere. Human activities often corrupt these cycles, causing discourse in the environment. For example, human activities disrupt the carbon cycle, which is the movement of carbon through the biosphere. The best known human alteration of the carbon cycle is the combustion of fossil fuels. In this process, fossilized carbon is released in the atmosphere, which increases atmospheric carbon concentrations and upsets the balance between Earth's carbon pools and the atmosphere. As a result of this, the excess CO2 in the atmosphere, retention of heat energy in the biosphere increases. This human alteration contributes to global warming because it increases the amount of carbon in the biosphere. Another alteration that can affect the carbon cycle is tree harvesting. When humans destroy forests by cutting and burning down trees, the amount of CO2 in the atmosphere increases. Additionally, humans have already destroyed a tenth of the Earth's remaining wilderness in the last 25 years, and there may be none left within a century if trends continue. The destruction of wilderness also causes a loss of habitat, which is a disruption in biodiversity. Human activities disrupt the biogeochemical cycles, specifically the carbon cycle. In order to maintain these cycles, people need to live more sustainable. If humans do not live sustainably, environmental problems such as climate change will continue to develop. The global temperature has been increasing due to the increase of carbon dioxide in the biosphere. Over the past 100 years, the global average temperature has increased by approximately 0.68 degrees and is projected to continue to rise at a rapid rate. This excess of carbon dioxide caused by human activities has been absorbed by the oceans. As a result, the temperature of the world's oceans is increasing. This was seen in a study that was conducted to evaluate the El Niño Southern Oscillation, also known as ENSCO, which is as a naturally occurring fluctuation that originates in the tropical Pacific region and alerts ecosystems, agriculture, freshwater supplies, hurricanes, and other severe weather events worldwide. From this study conducted by the Nature Geoscience, it was found that the mean climate of the Pacific region experienced significant change. Additionally, according to environmentalist Matt Collins, surface ocean temperatures were expected to warm fastest near the equator and more slowly further away. In order to prevent the worsening of these environmental problems, humans need to seriously consider living a more sustainable life. If people do not do this, the earth will deteriorate faster than expected. Renewable resources will not be depleted as quickly because of sustainability. Renewable resources such as solar energy, water, power, and hydrogen need to be used in a way that they can be recovered. When renewable resources are used in an unsustainable way, they are more difficult to recover. If humans continue to use these resources in an unsustainable way, they will soon be unavailable. In order to save renewable sources, humans must learn how to use them in a sustainable way. Author of Adaptive Management of Renewable Resources, Carl Walters believes that management of renewable sources should be viewed as an adaptive process. This means that actively adapted probing, deliberately experimental policies should indeed be a part of renewable resource management. Humans again have an effect on the depletion of renewable resources. When people participate in activities such as not using an environmental friendly car, they can contribute to the depletion of Earth's resources. This depletion will cause these natural resources to be unable for future generations. All of this comes back to the question: should humans strive to live sustainably? In order to preserve the earth for future generations, the answer must be yes. There are a variety of ways in which humans can live sustainably, such as reducing household energy, eating locally, and avoiding using plastic. The idea of living sustainable revolves around wanting to maintain the environment for generations to come. To slow down the deterioration of our earth, we must take responsibility for our actions and find ways to preserve our environment. Here is the works cited.